Are we good?
Yep, you're good.
All right. I know. I look at things like peanut butter. Buttercup. You can't eat this stuff, babe. It's got chocolate in it, sweetie. No chocolate for you. Almost went to carpet there, buddy. Welcome to Omnis Eat Vegan. My name is John.
Nikki.
Neil.
Today we are eating
Granola bar.
Well, Go Macro Macro Bar.
Macro bar.
We are eating a Morning Harvest, which is apples and walnuts. We are eating a Protein Purity sunflower butter and chocolate. We are eating a Everlasting Joy coconut almond butter chocolate chips, and we are eating a Protein Replenishment, which is peanut butter. We are going to start with the Morning Harvest apple and walnuts. These are all labeled as vegan. They are fairly high in
Carbohydrates. This one in particular, the peanut butter one, is 32.
Yeah.
Mostly all of them are over 30.
Yeah, so if you're interested or worried about carbs, these are not the bars for you. They do list themselves as high, so it would be high protein, high carb. So if that's something that if you're doing macros, and that's something you're interested in, the primary ingredient in this one is organic brown rice syrup, and so this one smells delicious. It smells like very much like an apple pie. Would you like a big piece or a little piece, Nikki? I just need you to say big or little, please.
Big.
You want a big piece. Okay, there you go. Neil, what kind of size piece?
Give me a little one.
A little piece. Can you get it?
Tape.
Pull it up, everybody. Come on now.
Oh, it does smell like walnuts. For me.
Okay. Is that little enough, or you want a half?
No, that's fine.
Okay. That? That's pretty much like an apple sticky bun. I don't know how.
I do like apples.
I do like apples too. I don't know how this is high in protein. Okay.
I would say
This one is not labeled high in protein.
No.
I was gonna say, it only has 5 grams of protein.
well, that's not actually that much different. This one, Everlasting Joy is only 10. So I guess 10's higher than 5. I guess 10's a little higher than 5. I guess. I would say this is actually pretty good. I'm gonna give it a 7, maybe. Actually, I'm gonna give it probably an 8. Actually, it's actually really good. As we said it before, it is kind of very high in carbs, as I think I've said in previous mukbangs and other videos. I also try and go a little low carb, but I just, I try, I come in and do these. So it's not just Nick and Dad. And I would say that's actually pretty good. It's not too bad. I don't know.
It's a little bland.
Man, that's a little bland, but that because one, it's supposed to be walnuts and apples, and walnuts aren't the the most largest flavorful stuff.
Nuts.
So I'd probably give it a, I'll actually go back to a 7, just because, expectation of flavor for the rest of them may be higher. So I'm gonna give it a nice solid 7. I'd eat it again, but with these bars, in terms of pricing for just a single bar, I don't know if I'd buy it again. I don't know the price. I don't know the price off the top of my head, but definitely price to flavor and want. I don't know if I'd buy it again.
Yeah.
So
I agree. It's not my favorite.
Good 7. What's
meal replacement bar. As far as meal replacement goes, I guess this isn't a bad one. It's not terribly high in fat. Not high in no trans fats. Sodium's okay. It's only 20 milligrams, mgs. A little hot, like I said. If you're really into carbs, it's it's okay for a meal because it's only 11% of your carbs on a 2,000 calorie diet. So it's not terrible. It does have a decent amount of protein, 2% calcium, and 4% iron. So it's pretty good. I'm gonna give it a 6. I would eat it if I saw it somewhere and I didn't necessarily have to pay for it. It's not. I don't know that it's going to be the bar that I like the most out of all these. I agree with Neil. I look at things like peanut butter, and I'm like, yeah.
And definitely the flavor that one has.
Yeah, it's huge.
It's good to look at the future of the other bars.
Yeah, it definitely makes the other ones seem more promising than just their packaging. Go ahead, Nick. What's your score?
8.
8? Nice.
That's pretty good.
All right, so what did you like about it while I open the next one here?
It smells like walnuts.
Walnuts?
And it tastes like apples.
Good.
Okay.
Now these things are listed. I don't know if this one's listed that way. Okay, it is not. This one is listed as macrobiotic. I think. Yeah. It's vegan, gives back, sustainably sourced. Now again, this is 10 grams of protein and 38 grams of carbs. And not a lot of fat.
That's 80 milligrams of sodium though.
Yeah, that is a little high.
I think that's the highest.
That's the highest one. That's far. And this is sunflower butter and chocolate. So
who knows?
This
could be the sunflower butter.
Yeah, who knows? I mean, it's not as chocolatey as I would imagine. What's this? Sunflower butter and chocolate.
Oh.
Big piece or little piece, Nick? Please don't do that again.
Little.
Little. Okay.
This time.
Little one, yeah.
It does smell like chocolate.
My gosh. I'm not gonna lie, guys. This is not. This is a very dense bar. Very hard to cut. Huh. Oh, it's got like a Rice Krispie thing going on.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Neil.
The only taste from this is only sunflower.
It does taste like sunflower seeds. Sit down, sweetie. You can't eat this. It's got
It's
chocolate.
not. I wouldn't say it's too bad. That's a pretty okay bar. Definitely gonna give that one just a solid. I'll give it a solid 5. It's pretty okay. The flavor's all right, but again, it's not blowing me away. Or really that flavorful. I feel it's a little more on the blander side than the apple walnut. But it's not too bad. I give it a 5, but again, you know, it's not blowing me away if anything. I definitely think it's a lot more dense, whereas the apple and walnut were a lot more not as dense, I guess. I'm trying to think of the word. That's not just not as dense.
Because it wasn't light and fluffy.
Yeah, it wasn't light and fluffy, but it wasn't not as dense. I definitely think the apple walnut being less dense and having a better flavor definitely outbeats this bar. But I don't think it dips into the is getting bad part. You know, I don't think it tastes bad, and it's not like hard as a brick. But so it's not too bad. I'm gonna give it a nice 5 because it's just pretty middle of the road. I would eat it again, but again, with just how they price some of these things, I maybe wouldn't buy again.
All right. I'm definitely giving this a 5. Not so much a nice 5, just a regular 5. I think the only thing that really saves it is one, I like sunflowers. This is very sunflower. Tastes a lot like sunflowers, not a lot like chocolate.
There's a little there.
Not much.
There's a little, but not too much. I'm expecting more of that from the chocolate chips, almond butter, and coconut one than this one.
It also, because of I think the sunflower seeds crunch, that's where I'm getting the whole like
crispy
part. Again, just a 5. It is very dense. Like, I feel like I ate 3 times the amount of food eating that big hunk of bar than I did even when I ate of the apple bar. So
you felt like that was a meal bar?
Yeah, that was really
meal bar.
I mean, I don't think it's very high in calories.
It's 260. A bar.
260 is not small, but so
especially
like
for
I said,
meal replacement.
Yeah, if you're doing them as meal replacement, these aren't bad. I mean, I definitely want to have as many different flavors as I could. Go ahead, Nick. What's your score?
What are you giving it? A 5?
6.
6?
6? It definitely wasn't Nick's favorite. I had to ask him if he wanted more. That's not good.
Yeah,
Up next, Everlasting Joy, coconut, almond butter, and chocolate chips.
This is a 3 combo.
Now this has got 3, and this is macrobiotic as well. They also bear a similarity to Cliff Bars. Now this is not chocolatey at all. Like I thought this was gonna be chocolate. This is definitely way more almond butter and coconut.
It's not made of just
big
chocolate.
or little.
Ladle.
You got a big walnut piece, big almond in there. Oh, it's got chocolate chips in it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
This is really bland. Where's the flavor? Like,
What are you doing there?
I
That reminds me very much of an oatmeal kind of bar.
well, you want it? Oh, yeah.
It's very smooth in its texture.
Yeah.
Kind of disappointed that the flavor is as weak as it is, especially since it has coconut.
Dude, where's the coconut?
Coconut and chocolate chips and almond butter. You would think there'd be a little.
I mean, this just tastes like. I don't want to say it tastes like paste, but
It's just it's very oatmeal-like to me. It's very just like an oatmeal bar. I'm gonna probably give it again. I'm probably gonna go with the same thing. Solid 5. I don't think again. It's just not as dense, and the flavor's just not there. So I'm gonna give it a nice, solid 5 for it.
I'm going 5 as well. I mean, if somebody said I had to pick between the two, I'd probably end up picking the sunflower butter one, only because it had a little bit more flavor. So I mean, I guess technically this should be at 4, but I don't know. You know what? I am gonna bump it down to a 4. It was just not. I mean, I consider buying this one. I probably would not buy that one.
I don't know.
I definitely would. I mean, this one. I definitely would. I mean, like, there's more likelihood of me purchasing this one than this one, and not that.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think, Nick?
Here you go with this one.
Buttercup. That's my nose. Buttercup.
Say 5.
5. All right. We're gonna move on to the peanut butter one.
It's my favorite.
Yep, this is the one Nick picked to be his favorite, and
Yeah.
usually the favorites are last.
Let's hope that. Wow, it's got peanut butter chips in it. Big or little?
No,
Big,
I'll
big.
take. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, go for that, Neil. Neil's going first this time. Big, Nick.
Yep.
I'll give you half of it, pretty much. Good God, this is dense too. I mean, this is about the same.
That's peanut butter.
Wow.
They're not lying to you.
Dave's definitely like peanut butter.
I'm gonna give this one. I'm gonna give this one 7.
What else is in here?
I don't think it's too.
That's all. Peanut butter.
No.
I think it's pretty good. I think it's pretty good. I think it's on par with the apple one, like in terms of flavor and just the dense of the bar. I would have liked it to be a little more, a lot more creamier, maybe a little less dense. For me, would have really bumped it up a bit. It's not too bad. I'd probably give it a 7. I'd buy this one again along with the apple one. But again, you know, not that interested in buying them again.
Yeah.
But definitely not too bad. Not too bad.
They're like a smooth Cliff Bar. Like Cliff Bars are like
very
oatmeal-y.
very dense, a lot smaller. These ones are a little bit bigger than them.
I don't think they're bigger.
I don't know. I'd have to see a Cliff Bar again to really compare it. But yeah, definitely 7. Nick, let's go you.
C9.
9. What could have made it a 10? What could have made it a 10?
Dip it in chocolate?
Make it a little chocolatey?
Dip it in chocolate, he says. Go macro, there's your job. Take that protein replenishment bar and dip her in chocolate, and you got my boy to a 10. I can't go 10.
I don't blame you.
I'm going 6. I think it's equal to the apple walnut bar, and I'll be honest with you, if I was gonna eat, if somebody said, what bar would you eat? Again, right now, I'd say apple walnut, hands down.
I don't blame you.
None of these other ones were like I can not taste it, but it just had a lot of flavor. So
the low protein one.
Yeah, I know.
The low protein
The low
one
protein
is the
one.
best one.
It's the best one. So, you know, all those people that say, you know, people crave protein. Well, you know, and I'm guilty of that sometimes. I will tell you that I'm surprised that I found this
To be the best.
To be the best.
I wouldn't say these are the worst.
No, we've had worse bars than this.
Worst range of bars that we've had.
Yeah.
But it's definitely the most mediocre, I would have to say.
I would say they're pretty,
bars, just
they're pretty
because,
flat.
you know, they're very much Cliff
Yeah,
bars in
I
a
mean,
sort of sense.
there's not anything unique about them.
Yeah, so it's not like, you know, they're really pulling out the flavors or making the bars a lot more easier to chew. They're definitely just as dense as Cliff bars, and just as, I wouldn't want to say bland, but a lot more, not as flavorful, just like Cliff bars. I definitely think, you know, just like Cliff bars, they're not as flavorful and they're also dense. So I don't think there's anything new between these two.
No.
In terms of just texture.
Bar innovation.
Yeah, bar innovation. So I think they're just, you know, none of us really went that high, other than Nick,
Yeah,
giving the last one a 9. So,
and the fact that he didn't go 10, that tells you something.
yeah. So I don't think they're too bad. If you're interested, go try them.
Yeah, let us know.
You may like them.
Leave a comment down below. Let us know what you thought of them. If you have tried them or you will try them, what's up?
So I don't think they're too bad. Definitely, if you had something like Cliff,
You're not. This is not anything new.
yeah, it's not anything new.
It's not gonna
If I knew the price, I would say which one's better, but we don't know.
I would say because these are new, you know, chances are these are more expensive.
Yeah, probably. But they're not too bad.
No.
Go try it out yourself. If you like this video, hit the like button down below. To see more of this content or our other content through the week, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell.
Smash it!
If you want to stay updated each week or relative around the time that they come out, again, leave a comment if you try these or going to try these and give your opinion on them. That's everything from the Omnis Vegan crew. Have a good day.